MVP right now is Josh Allen at 1 and Lamar Jackson at number 2. Okay, you don't, without two of your top receivers, Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid, have that performance by Josh Allen and have that clutch performance by Josh Allen and not take the top spot when the guy that you had to go over jump, who was running away with it, struggled against his rival. The reality is Josh got his rival and Lamar Jackson didn't. I'm shocked or surprised that Josh was able to jump him this early on, but right now Josh is the MVP with Lamar at second.
Generally, we agree. So to catch you up,
I still recognize Jared Goff in there also in terms of, I'd add a third, but that in terms of the numbers that he can continue to put up. I know he's a different animal than the two that Dan has mentioned in there, but what he's doing is special.
Goff, I think they're going to hold against him the fact that the team is so dominant that people are going to think that other quarterbacks might be able to do it. They just destroy people because Goff and the Lions have just been so ridiculously good. But this is not where we should go. Let me catch Dan up on where we've been. We've talked a lot about Allen this morning, MVP. We totally agree. We've talked about the spectacular season he's having. I'm trying to figure out how concerned I should be about Kansas City. Because one part of me wants to say it's the first game they've lost since last Christmas. One should not overreact. The other.
All right. Well, we're here to talk about the MVP race between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is absolutely number one right now. I know a lot of people want to say, hey, head to head, Lamar Jackson beat Josh Allen. And it's like, okay, well, Patrick Mahomes beat Lamar Jackson. So I guess that means Patrick Mahomes is going to be the MVP over Lamar. Right? So we have to be careful how we want to do this here. And we're not just going by stats. It can't just be by stats, okay? It's just we're not just doing these pure box score, but it can't be denied that everyone saw the Kansas City Chiefs as this dragon that cannot be slayed. The back-to-back Super Bowl champions going undefeated. They beat the Ravens, and Josh Allen stepped up spectacularly, put the team on his back, and won the game. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, they were in the AFC Championship game last year, okay? And then they add someone like a Derrick Henry, an absolute monster and a beast, who was in the MVP conversation, truly in the MVP conversation. All of those things will hurt Lamar Jackson, and the fact that Lamar has already won the MVP twice. So it's just going to be hard, especially just last year. That already is going against him. I'm trying to think in terms of how will the media vote? Not even necessarily who's the most deserving. But I think it's very obvious that Josh Allen is at the top of the list. As long as he continues to play at the rate that he does, and if he can lock in a higher seed than Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, I mean, the Ravens may not even win the division. Now, I actually don't think that you need to be the top 2 seed to be the MVP. I think you could be like a 7 seed. I think you could be a wild card team and still win the MVP. Like, nowhere, that's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't about, like, who is the best player, who's having the best season. It's who's the most valuable player. It's what LeBron James talked about very famously when talking about Steph Curry and himself when they were kind of going head-to-head for the MVP race. And he was like, there's a difference between the most valuable player and who's playing the best. Those are different conversations. So that's where this conversation and this award always gets murky, quite frankly. And it's honestly, it's like an award that I actually really don't care about. I really, really don't. But I don't think it can be denied Josh Allen and what he's done with the Bills. Most people thought that the Bills were going to be in a soft rebuild this year. Nobody saw them as a legitimate contender. And now they're competing for the number 1 seed in the NFL. For the best record in the entire NFL. Obviously running away with the division. Beating the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. The team that everyone had number 1. Not me, but they had them number 1. Week after week after week after week. And Josh Allen took care of that. In exciting, insane fashion. Like, that's also the thing too, right? Having the Heisman Trophy highlights as well. The insane throws. The huge 4th down conversion for a touchdown with his legs. Like, that's what they remember. They're going to remember Lamar Jackson missing that throw against the Ravens, against the Chiefs. And that's week 1. That's already like forever ago. Yeah, we can say, oh, so-and-so was out of bounds and all that. Yeah, that's all well and good. But as we know, the way this works is recency bias is strong in the media. And again, I mean, if Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens don't even win their division, well, then it's like it's going to be a hard sell, no matter how great Lamar Jackson's numbers are. And make no mistake about it, Lamar Jackson is fantastic. Like, this isn't an indictment on Lamar Jackson at all. I don't even blame him for why they're not why they're not in charge of winning this division. I don't put the blame on him. Just like I often don't put the blame on Josh Allen when his team comes up short. It's very rarely these quarterbacks. But it definitely just feels like this year, this is Josh Allen's year. He's playing spectacular. He's doing more with less. He's carrying this team. And he now led them to be able to beat the Dragon of the Kansas City Chiefs. I know he's had a couple bad games. So has Lamar Jackson. So has Mahomes. So has Henry. So has all these guys. All the MVP candidates. And honestly, Saquon Barkley should be a candidate as well, because the Eagles are rolling, and Saquon Barkley's been absolutely balling. And people want to say Jared Goff. Jared Goff can't. There's just no way, because it was the same reason why Purdy, it was all these stacked teams. They never give credit to the quarterback, unless the quarterback is already goated, like a Patrick Mahomes and Allen, Lamar, whatever it may be. Then they'll be like, no, these quarterbacks we already know they're amazing. It's not because of the stacked roster. People will absolutely use that against Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff has been balling and been playing great. I'm just trying to think realistically who will be voted. So I'm both sharing my opinion of who I think is the MVP and also who I think how they'll vote. So I think Jared Goff should absolutely be up there. But again, it is tough when you do throw 5 interceptions and your team still wins. It's kind of showing you, hey, how good do you need your quarterback to be? Now, again, I think Jared Goff is being unbelievable with the Lions. I do. But he's not carrying that team. I don't think anyone could argue that. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are definitely carrying their teams. And that's always what we say, right? If you put Jared Goff on the Buffalo Bills or the Baltimore Ravens, are they better or worse? They're certainly not going to be better. If you put Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson on the Detroit Lions, would the team be even better? Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is undeniably yes. So this conversation is going to be interesting. I wonder how much it will heat up. Quite frankly, we're still like a little early. But right now it definitely feels like Josh Allen has the has the lead. I still think Lamar Jackson could catch up, but I don't know. It'll take some luck, and honestly, it'll take some pretty bad games from Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills more than anything. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Josh Allen leading the MVP race between himself and Lamar Jackson? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.